I was speaking to Michelle Carr, basically doing a little brainstorm, going, Michelle, give me some cool ideas for stuff I can do in my dreams. A bit like we did, actually. And she suggested that I experiment with exactly the role that my emotional state plays when creating these drawings. So, and the idea that we came up with was to go into a lucid dream, get a piece of paper. And originally the plan was attempt to draw a specific object like an apple whilst shouting angrily. So whilst embodying the emotion of anger. I mean, there's a few different emotions, but that sounded the most fun to me for some reason. So when I had the actual dream, I forgot to do the apple bit. So it was more like I just grabbed a bit of paper and shouted at it angrily whilst expecting to see an artwork. And I've got that here that I'll show you. Hang on, where is it? Bear with me. So basically, yeah, I was shouting while staring at this piece of paper, and it came out looking like this. Yeah, so in the dream, I was shouting at the paper, and this is what happened. So, but what was really cool about it is while staring at this paper, all these guys were shouting, like, ah, and the whole dream space was like vibrating with this shout. And then I was looking at it thinking, I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't feel that angry. I was definitely shouting, but I stopped. Whatever small amount of sort of anger I was feeling sort of dissipated when I saw these guys shouting back. I was more just thinking, oh, this is cool. They're shouting too. And then I stopped shouting and put the paper down. And then when I looked at it, they had all stopped shouting too. They all closed their mouths. I mean, this is sort of an ongoing experiment because I think unless you do sort of method acting or something, I don't think the average person can just conjure a feeling of intense anger out of nowhere. But what I was starting to think about was, so the content of that drawing was more, although it was reflective of my state, it was more reflective of the physical act of shouting rather than the emotion of anger, which is still kind of interesting. And that got me thinking, maybe the route isn't to sort of have these emotions and try to feel them so much. Maybe I need to do actions which will then make me feel the emotion. Like, for example, if I wanted to experience joy in a lucid dream, rather than just trying to go, oh, let's be joyful, I might try flying, because that always feels really joyful and ecstatic, right?